Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. And I'm going to talk about gold and silver technical analysis, do our daily technical analysis on it. Again, this is just my financial opinion. Please don't use it as advice. But I'm going to touch on a couple of different things in the beginning of this, just to get everybody's head kind of wrapped around where we're at in what cycle we're in, the phase we're in, the business cycle, and what usually does well in the business cycle. So let's jump in. I'll give you my opinion here. And obviously we got technical analysis at the end of this. But just starting off, we got the dollar. It was slightly down today, not really too much of doing anything. And gold was slightly down today as well. Now I'm going to jump into where we are in the real estate cycle. Whenever we go, this is the average demand in the blue line. And we are going into an expansionary phase of real estate. This leads the business cycle. And there are 4 phases to a business cycle, just like the real estate cycle. And I'll talk about the business cycle next, but the 4 phases are a hypersupply phase, where we go and build up our inventory. We have a recession that comes down. We have a recovery phase from the bottom to the average. And then the average and above is an expansion phase, all the way to a hypersupply phase, where the inventories get filled. Now, the business cycle is lagged a little bit behind this real estate cycle. This is the business cycle. You have an expansion phase. They call it early expansion. This is a recovery phase in real estate. They have a maturing expansion, a late expansion, and then a recession. This is nothing more than a recession in real estate, a recovery phase, an expansion phase, and a hypersupply phase. Where we are today is between, in the business cycle, is the maturing expansion and late expansion phase. We are crossing over into the maturing to late. And what does very well in this area at the top here is consumer staples, energy, financials, healthcare, materials, and real estate. Real estate does incredibly well at this because we're going right into an expansionary phase. And what I would be invested in, and that's kind of what I'm in, notice that you've got materials, energy, healthcare, and I don't really have too much of financials and consumer staples, but these are the big guys that I'm in. I do have healthcare in my 401k for a mutual fund. I've got lots of precious metals, materials. Now, precious metals do very well in a late expansion phase, and maybe even after the recession. It recessions and then it goes and cranks out after they try to reflate everything. But they also do incredibly well in a late expansion phase and are covered under materials. Materials is copper, platinum, all those types of materials. So I wanted to touch on that before we dive into some more stuff. Now here's the dollar. The dollar was basically flat today, and I don't know how this dollar is necessarily going up. I'm gonna have to draw a new one in here, but we've broken to the upside of this. It could be a false breakout. I'm not claiming that, but it very well could be, because we've got inflation going on. We've got all sorts of stuff going on, and it's difficult for me to wrap my head around a dollar going up during these market conditions. But the chart is saying it's going up. It's backtested, and we could potentially go on higher if it were to take off. I'm still looking for this to head lower at some point, because we have inflation. We've got increasing interest rates. There they are. We still have the increasing interest rate. And usually what happens when you have an increasing interest rate environment is that the dollar goes down. But we've got this interest rate going up. Usually when the dollar goes up, people are afraid of something. They're liquidating, they're going into dollars, and usually they run into bonds as well. So usually you have interest rates going down. But we've got interest rates going up. I think eventually the dollar is going to come under pressure. I can't tell you exactly when, but that's the camp in my mindset that I'm in. Now, I do know that all the other currencies are also printing like mad, and they have expansionary phases of real estate as well. So the dollar could relatively go up against other currencies. Makes sense. But we've got the 10-year yield going on up. This is going to put pressure on the stock market. It's going to put pressure on the technology stocks, S&P 500, all those types of stocks. Where I think you want to be is real estate, precious metals, energy, commodities, because the money's going to rotate into those. So let's see if we can see any indications of Gold and silver firming up. Gold and silver is usually the last to move. That's kind of the laggard. And we're still, I mean, we've got big buying pressure here. We haven't seen any sellers step in yet. I'm waiting for the buyers to step in and push it higher. I'm hoping that they step in here. And I'm kind of waiting on that for all of these precious metals. And this is the downtrend line that I'm seeing it. We're right there trying to break. I want to see a break higher. Come on, break out of this thing. We're right there at that downtrend line. And platinum already broke to the upside. It's just wanting its older brother and its younger sister to come out and play. See, it's already broken up, and it just wants its gold and silver to follow with it. Now, I put copper in here because I wanted to see what a good chart looked like. That gave me some confidence. Here's copper. Copper looks like it's ready to roll. I mean, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. I mean, we might have a little bit left to go, but this thing looks ready to roll. And I'm loaded up in my copper companies. Not that I've really added much to them, but I'm still in them. Nova Royalty, let's go. Then we've got GDX here. GDX is, I mean, it's putting in an effort. It needs to finish strong and close strong. I don't want to just see, efforts going out there and saying, oh, I tried going up. No, that's not going to cut it. But there you go. See, it's trying to break through it. It's getting close. Hopefully tomorrow we just see this thing blow to the upside. Now, looking at it from a little bit longer term perspective, we are at a support line here shortly to move on up. So the stars are aligning, guys. We're at support line. We're trying to break this short-term downtrend. Let's get moving. We've got SILJ. That broke to the upside of its downtrend line. Now it just needs to gain some traction. Start moving up. EXK, we got the bullish engulfing. Could we go down tomorrow? Yeah, we could. Or maybe we could start moving on up. Get its butt in gear. And all of these are looking like it wants to move. We're seeing buying pressure step in. We're seeing nice big white candlesticks. Let's get moving. I mean, we could have a down day tomorrow because we've got a little wick at the top here. It traded up, wicked, and came back. The momentum is coming back down a little bit. But if we see some good, strong buying pressure in the gold and silver contracts, I think we can push this stuff higher. Sandstorm Gold, same thing. We've got Newmont. It's trying to break through. We got the bullish engulfing here and here. It's looking good like it wants to go higher here. Let's throw in a trend line just to see what this thing looks like. It is right there. See that bad boy? Come on, Newmont. Break it. Come on, baby. Come on. We got gold here, Barrick Gold. Still, we've got some good buying pressure. It finished kind of strong. And then we've got Anglo Gold Ashanti, the star in our dreams that remains our hope and prayer. One of few that broke its downtrend and is putting on some good buying pressure. So is this our leader? Let's hope so. We also got metallic minerals. It is putting in bullish engulfings like it wants to move higher. This is the first stage is you throw these bullish engulfings. We've got this big candlestick here and here. I think we're ready to go, guys. I mean, we move higher. This would be a great time to cost average in when we break the downtrend. And I'm staring at this. It's right there, guys. We are about to break it any second. We also have Discovery Silver moving on up with big buying pressure and small down days. The buyers might be gaining control to push this higher at any point here. I mean, it looks like they've got control right now. And Aftermath Silver looks like we've got some life in it. I did buy down here. Ha ha, everyone, I got some. I'm riding this thing higher. And it's good because I've been watching this thing like a hawk. And Yamana Gold, looks like this thing's got a big buying pressure day yesterday, small down day. Let's see if it can continue up. Let's break out of these stinking downtrends and move on with our life, right? There's the downtrend there. So that's what I have for the day today. I'm hoping we can get some buyers to step in here, and let's show them who the boss is. Let's get this going. We're right there at an expansionary phase of real estate. This is when this stuff starts to fly higher. I think we're getting close to bottoms here. I think we're starting to turn up. We're breaking some downtrends. Anglo Gold Ashanti, is that the star that we're going to follow? Let's hope so. Let's get this thing moving. I got a lot of money in this stuff, guys. I do. I have a lot of money in precious metals. I've been seeing it just erode away, and I'm ready for it to move. Obviously, I've got a big chunk in energy, massive chunk in energy. But the precious metals, I've got a bunch. It's go time. I did my buying. I bought my physical platinum. You guys want to know what I did? I bought physical platinum. I'll show you when it comes in before I put it into storage what that looks like and what I bought. Some platinum bars. It's a Valcambi and a Pamp Swiss. I'll flip it when I get it in a couple days or whenever it comes, and I'll show you what I got, and put my I guess put my bullion where my mouth is. There you go. That's the saying. But let's see. Let's watch this over the next couple days. I'm incredibly excited to see this stuff turn because I got a lot riding on it. So give me a thumbs up if you like this stuff. Click subscribe. If you guys have been watching my videos, just click subscribe, join the channel. Let's ride this thing up together. There's no reason not to. And you know what? Let's ride it up together, retire together. Maybe we'll meet each other at a meeting in a few years after this develops a little bit more. And we'll have some fun on the channel. So let's ride this thing higher, guys. Thanks for listening. This is Finding Value.